The Light of Vermeer. In the quiet town of Delft during the 17th century, a man named Johannes Vermeer lived a life that seemed as unremarkable as the cobbled streets he walked daily. Born in 1632 to a modest family, Vermeer grew up surrounded by art in his father's inn, where travelers and traders often brought paintings to exchange for lodging. It was here that his love for the craft began to bloom. He was not destined for fame, nor did he seek it. Yet what Vermeer lacked in recognition during his lifetime, he made up for, with an eye for beauty that was nothing short of extraordinary. Vermeer's art was not loud or ostentatious. It did not depict grand battles or sweeping landscapes as was the fashion of his time. Instead, his focus was the intimate, the quiet moments of daily life that most would overlook. A maid pouring milk, a woman reading a letter by a window, a girl adorned with a pearl earring. These were his muses. Each painting was a meticulous study of light, texture, and emotion, brought to life with a precision that suggested a deep understanding of the human soul. Despite his talent, Vermeer's life was anything but easy. He married Catharina Bolens, a woman of Catholic faith, which created tension in the Protestant-dominated society of Delft. Together they had 11 children, a large family that strained their limited resources. Vermeer painted slowly, producing only a few works each year. His perfectionism while yielding masterpieces also left him at the mercy of wealthy patrons like Peter van Ryven, whose commissions barely kept the family afloat. In his small studio, Vermeer would labor for weeks, sometimes months, on a single painting. He was fascinated by the play of light and shadow, using techniques that many speculated involved a camera obscura, an optical device that allowed him to capture details with astonishing accuracy. The results were breathtaking. In The Milkmaid, the simple act of pouring milk becomes a moment of profound stillness where light caresses the woman's face and the rough texture of bread on the table. In Woman Holding a Balance, the delicate balance of a scale in the woman's hand speaks of moral equilibrium and the fleeting nature of time. Yet Vermeer's work was misunderstood by many of his contemporaries. His paintings, though intimate and profound, lacked the grandeur that the art world celebrated. Financial struggles mounted and debts weighed heavily on his shoulders. Catharina, though unwavering in her support, watched helplessly as her husband's health began to decline under the strain. Vermeer's final years were marked by desperation. The economic downturn following the Franco-Dutch War further devastated the family's finances. In 1675, overwhelmed by debt and exhaustion, Vermeer passed away at the age of 43. He left behind a grieving family, an unfinished legacy, and only a modest collection of paintings, just over 30 in total. For nearly 2 centuries, Vermeer's name faded into obscurity. His works were scattered, many misattributed or forgotten entirely. It wasn't until the 19th century that art historians began to piece together the story of this quiet genius. The rediscovery of paintings like Girl with a Pearl Earring and The Art of Painting revealed the depth of his talent. Suddenly, the world recognized what had been overlooked: Vermeer's ability to transform the mundane into the eternal. Today, Vermeer's paintings are celebrated as masterpieces of light and composition. His work has become synonymous with an almost magical realism, where every brushstroke captures not just a moment but an essence. Standing before one of his paintings, it is easy to forget the struggles of the man who created them, the poverty, the doubt, the fleeting recognition. Instead, all that remains is the beauty he saw in the world and his belief that even the simplest moments deserve to be immortalized.